Exalted Farseer, the humans are moving, traversing the slope as you predicted. They are walking into our trap.
Yes, but you can never ambush a space marine. Remember that. They expect treachery at every turn. You can only validate their suspicions.
Your orders?
We have locked the humans into this path as they have locked us into ours. They know they enter a gauntlet, and they will likely drag us into it as well. Now we play our parts, and pray that we are the better actors.
Are you certain?
Yes, the path to Mount Korath. This is where the altar said we must go. Why? Do you question my findings?
I do not question your abilities, brother librarian, but I do question their tactical sense. That mountain pass is the perfect location for an ambush.
Listen to the distrust in his voice. He probably calls you mutant behind your back, but he fears your divinity, your power. You must put the child at ease.
I do not deny that this is likely a trap, which is all the more proof that our enemy lies in this direction.
Very true, old friend. Stay alert and follow my lead. I want no mistakes.
Agreed.
Scouts, are you in position?
Yes, my lord. We have discovered the location of the first Eldar forces.
We must find a way to overcome this Eldar strike force before we can scout out a good location to stage our field operations. Taking command.
Fear not the Psyker. With me, brothers.
I am the instrument of his will.
Do I detect uncertainty in your purpose? I shall never tire. Do I detect uncertainty in your purpose?
Scouts in position.
Even in death I still serve.
Charge! 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 Through the destruction of our enemies do we earn our salvation. Charge! This structure is a webway portal. The Eldar use them to quickly travel from one location to another. We must destroy any webway portals we find to limit the Eldar's mobility.
Yes, my lord. Infiltrating enemy territory.
I am ready to serve.
This is a good location to establish a field base. Gabriel to the Litany of Fury. Lock on my location and prepare to drop HQ. Now.
I shall never tire. At your command.
I am ready to serve. Again.
I can sense the enemy. They are close.
I am the instrument of his will.
Charge! At once.
Yes, Lord. As you wish.
Defending objective.
Build routine
Scouts
721 initiated.
I am ready to serve. Again.
Do I detect uncertainty in your purpose?
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
At once. Through discipline, we prevail. Through the destruction of our enemies do we earn our salvation. Mind over matter. Through discipline, we prevail. Through the destruction of our enemies do we earn our salvation.
I await your instructions.
Defending objective.
Build routine 7 to
Scouts
1
in position.
initiated.
Search commencing.
Even in death I still serve.
I serve. Through the destruction of our enemies do we earn our salvation.
Morale restores our shield.
Yes, most beneficent one. Yes, Lord.
Now that we have established our field base, we must continue through the
Build
mountain
routine
pass on
7
foot.
to 1 initiated.
Expect heavy resistance. Make sure you move cautiously
It is better
and
to
keep the
die for
field
the
base
Emperor
protected
than live
at
for
all
Yes,
times.
Lord. Build routine 7 to 1 initiated.
My lord, I have arrived at your request.
We need
Even
you to
in
cover
death,
the
I
eastern
still
pass.
serve.
The combat that is occurring here will likely attract the orc
I
forces
shall
nearby.
never tire.
We cannot
Mind
afford
over
their
matter.
interference.
I understand. You can count on the Imperial Guard to hold this pass. No orcs will get
At
by
your
us.
command, keep me appraised of the situation.
Charge!
If possible, I will provide you assistance if the orcs attack.
Yes, my lord.
Fear denies faith. For the Emperor! Even in death I still serve.
Mind over matter. I serve. Do I detect uncertainty in your purpose?
Even in death I still serve.
I serve.
We're here.
I await your instructions. Build routine 7 to 1 initiated. Here to serve.
What is it you desire? The Emperor protects.
The Emperor protects.
Heavy support available.
Scouts awaiting orders.
Lehman Russ here.
Yes, sir. At your command.
I await your instructions. Build routine 7 to 1 initiated.
Faith is eternal.
At once.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
I can sense the enemy. They are close.
fire!
Charge!
For the Emperor!
Do I detect uncertainty in your purpose? Charge! Charge! We must fall back.
I am the instrument of his will. Squad broken!
I know
I
no
am the
fear.
instrument of his will.
Charge! We must fall back. Charge!
Command
I know
me.
no fear.
My will is undone.
We are the Emperor's chosen. I am ready to serve. Again. At last, back to war.
I shall never tire.
Regroup!
I can sense
We
the
must
enemy.
fall back.
Command
They are
me.
close. Charge!
At last, back to war.
At your
I
command.
am the instrument of his will.
At your
I
command.
know no fear.
At last, back to war. I am ready to serve. Again. Command me. At last, back to war. I am the instrument of his will.
I serve.
Charge!
I am the instrument of his will.
Under fire! Space Marines! Attack! Charge!
Faith is eternal.
Yes, most beneficent one? Here to serve. I await your instructions. I exist to serve.
Faith is eternal.
Take and hold. Marine squad deployed. Xeno sighted.
Lehman Russ here.
Marine squad deployed.
Yes, Lord?
For the Emperor!
Build routine 721 initiated.
Awaiting orders. Cleanse, purge, kill! Direct us to the enemy. Awaiting orders. We are the Emperor's chosen. Direct us to the enemy. Orders received.
I await your instructions.
How can I serve? How can I serve? Yes. Colonel Brom taking command.
Yes, most beneficent one? Yes, Lord?
Under fire!
Build routine 721
I am ready to
initiated.
serve. Again.
Here to serve. Build routine 721 initiated.
Even in death I still serve.
We're here! Squad broken!
Lehman Russ here.
At last, back to war.
Here to serve.
Squad morale
It is
restored.
better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
I await your instructions. Here to serve.
Under fire!
Build routine 721 initiated.
The Emperor protects.
Faith is eternal. I will crush those who stand
My
before
knowledge
me.
is at your disposal.
What's your order?
How can I serve?
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no peace.
Command me.
I will see that it happens. It will be done.
Thank the Emperor you're here. I think Command forgot about us.
How long
The
have you
Emperor
been
protects.
About a week.
The Emperor
here? You
protects.
held this position for a week? By yourselves?
Yes, my
I will
lord.
see that it
We've seen
happens.
some pretty freaky stuff too.
Under fire!
Come on.
I will
We'll show
see
you.
that it happens. It will be done.
Yes, Lord? Yes, Lord. As you wish.
Command me.
On my way. I will see that it happens.
I await your instructions. Build routine 721 initiated.
Even in death I still serve.
It will be done. I will see that it happens. Attack, men! Attack!
Yes, most beneficent one.
Command me.
The Emperor protects. On my way. On my way.
Yes, most beneficent one.
Under fire!
I am ready to serve. Again.
We must withdraw!
Even in death I
What
still
is it you
serve.
desire? Returning
I
to
am
duty!
the instrument of his will.
Attack, men!
At
Attack!
last, back to war.
Yes, most beneficent one.
At last, back to war.
On my way. I will see that it happens. Attack, men! Attack! Attack, men!
Faith
Attack!
is eternal.
It will be done.
Take and hold.
I await your instructions.
Under fire!
Yes, Lord? I shall obey.
At last, back to war.
For the Emperor!
I will see that it happens. The Emperor protects. It will be done.
Under fire!
Attack, men! Attack!
Yes, Lord? I await your instructions.
Faith is eternal.
I will see that it happens. Attack, men! Attack! It will be done. The Emperor
Under
protects.
fire.
Attack, men! Attack!
What is your will?
The Emperor protects. It will be done. On my way. On my way.
Here to serve. Yes, most beneficent one.
Faith is eternal.
The Emperor protects.
Take the battle to the enemy.
On my way. The Emperor protects. I will see that it happens. I will see that it happens. I will see that it happens.
Under fire!
Here to serve. Here to serve. Build routine 721 initiated. I await your instructions.
Command me.
Attack, men! Attack! Attack, men! Attack! On my way. I will see that it happens. I will see that it happens.
At last, back to war.
I will see that it happens.
Yes, Lord?
Faith is eternal.
I will see that it happens. The Emperor protects. The Emperor protects.
Under fire!
Attack, men! Attack! I will see that it happens. On my way.
Yes, most beneficent one. Build routine 721 initiated.
I am ready to serve. Again.
Attack, men! Attack! Attack, men! Attack! The Emperor protects. It will be done. Attack, men! Attack! The Emperor protects. It will be done. On my way.
Here to serve. Build routine 721 initiated. Yes, Lord. I shall obey.
I am the instrument of his will.
The Emperor protects. The Emperor protects. I will see that it happens.
Command me.
The Emperor protects.
Under fire!
Lehman Russ here.
At your command. We'll get through this, I know it.
Under fire!
At your command. Following orders. Yes, sir. Following orders.
Command me.
We must withdraw!
Command me.
Attack, men!
Heavy
Attack!
support available.
We'll show these filthy aliens what Imperial Guard are made of.
Under fire! Under
Following
fire!
orders. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Armor reporting.
Returning to duty!
Yes, sir. We'll get through this, I know it. We'll get through this, I know it.
Armor reporting.
Even in death I still serve.
On my way.
Even in death I still serve.
On my way.
I am the instrument of
Yes,
his
most
will.
beneficent one. Build routine 721 initiated.
Under fire!
Command
Here to serve. Yes, Lord.
For the
I am
Emperor!
the instrument of his will.
I await your instructions. Yes, most beneficent one. Build routine
At last,
721
back to
initiated.
The Emperor protects.
Armor reporting.
I am the instrument of his will.
Heavy support available.
Faith is eternal.
The Emperor protects. The Emperor protects. I will see that it happens.
Faith is eternal.
Attack, men! Attack! On my way. I will see that it happens.
Take and hold. Under fire! Under fire!
I am ready to serve. Again.
Lehman Russ here.
At your command. Following orders.
I await your instructions.
For the Emperor!
At last, back to war.
The Emperor protects. On my way. Attack, men! Attack!
Armor reporting.
Following orders.
Armor reporting.
We'll show these filthy aliens what Imperial Guard are made of.
Armor reporting. Yes, sir.
We're here. At your command.
Heavy support available.
Yes, most beneficent one. Build routine
I
721
am the instrument
initiated.
of his will.
Attack, men! Attack! Attack, men! Attack!
I am ready to serve. Again.
Attack, men!
Even
Attack!
in death I still serve.
On my way! Attack, men! Attack!
Even in death I still serve.
Lehman Russ here. Moving out. Armor reporting. Moving out. Lehman Russ here. Lehman Russ here.
I am the instrument of his will.
The Emperor protects. On my way. I will see that it
Marine
happens.
squad
Attack,
deployed.
men! Attack!
Marine squad deployed.
Here to serve. I exist to
The
serve.
Emperor protects. Following orders, yes, my lord. Yes, my lord.
Lehman Russ here. Moving out. Lehman Russ here.
Yes, my lord. At your command.
Lehman Russ here. Yes, sir.
I am ready to serve. Again.
I will see that it happens.
Faith is our shield. Take and hold.
I await your instructions. Build routine 721 initiated.
Faith is our shield. Ever vigilant.
I await your instructions.
For the Emperor!
Yes, most beneficent one?
Ever vigilant. Orders received.
My faith
brother.
is my shield.
What is your order?
The Emperor protects.
What is your order? What is your order? We stand ready.
Here to serve. Build routine 721
Under fire.
initiated.
Faith is eternal.
Yes, most beneficent one? As you wish.
Command me.
Stay vigilant, brothers. Stay vigilant, brothers. Under fire. Onward to glory. Cleanse, purge, kill. What is your order?
Even in death I still serve.
Onward to glory. Charge!
Command me.
Fear our wrath. Stay vigilant, brothers.
Yes, most beneficent one?
Under fire!
Faith is eternal.
Orders received, brother. Charge!
I am the instrument of his will.
Onward to glory! Understood. Charge!
Take the battle to the enemy.
At last, back to war.
Under fire! Maintain
Even
attack
in deaths I still serve.
Walk softly.
My knowledge
Carry a
is at
big
your
gun.
disposal.
Fear
What
our
would you
wrath.
have me do?
Squadron around sword.
Praise the Emperor.
Charge! Charge! Charge!
What would you have me do? My faith is my shield.
Charge!
Beware the alien, the mutant, the heretic.
Maintain
The Emperor
attack formation.
protects. The Emperor protects. My faith is my shield. Today the enemy shall know fear.
Orders received, brother. Apothecary ready. Apothecary
yes,
ready.
Beneficent One.
Apothecary here. Apothecary ready. How can I serve? I follow your commands. I follow your commands.
I await your instructions. Yes, Lord.
For the Emperor! Under fire!
Beware the alien, the mutant, the heretic.
On my way. The Emperor protects.
Yes, most beneficent one. Build routine 721 initiated.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no peace.
Weapons at ready. It is time.
Yes, most beneficent one.
Today the enemy shall know fear.
Weapons at ready. It is time.
Yes, most beneficent one.
Armor reporting.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Cleanse, purge, kill! Cleanse, purge, the battlefield awaits.
Beware the alien, the mutant.
Under fire here. Who requires my aid? How can I serve? Who requires my aid? How can I serve? Who requires my aid? The battlefield awaits. No servant of the Emperor shall fall if I can help it.
Here to serve. Yes, Lord. Build routine 721
The fallen shall be
initiated.
forever remembered as the Emperor's finest. Direct me to the injured. I follow your commands. I follow your commands. The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. How can I serve? The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. I follow your commands. Under fire! The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. I follow your commands. Under fire! I follow your commands.
Yes, most beneficent one.
What are your needs? The battlefield awaits. I follow your commands. The fallen shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's finest. I follow your commands.
Here to serve. Build routine
The
721
battlefield
initiated.
awaits. Direct me to the injured. I follow your commands. The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. No servant of the Emperor shall fall if I can help it. Under fire! The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. No servant of the Emperor shall fall if I can help it. The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. No servant of the Emperor shall fall if I can help it. Take and hold.
Yes, Lord? I exist to serve.
Under fire! For the Emperor! The fallen shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's
I await
finest.
your instructions. Build routine
How can I
721
serve?
initiated.
I follow your commands. No servant of the Emperor shall fall if I can help it. I follow your commands. The battlefield awaits. Direct me to the injured. Under fire! No servant of the Emperor shall fall if I can help it. I follow your commands. Apothecary here. Direct me to the injured. Direct me to the injured. I follow your commands. Direct me to the injured. The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. The battlefield awaits. I follow your commands. The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. How can I serve? The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. Direct me to the injured. I follow your commands. The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. Direct us to the enemy. The fallen shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's finest. The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. can I serve? The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. Under fire! I follow your commands. The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. What are your needs? The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. What are your needs? The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. The enemies of the Emperor shall be destroyed. The battlefield awaits. Charge! Charge!
Praise the Emperor.
Maintain attack formation. Charge! Fear our wrath.
Today the enemy shall know fear.
Under fire! Charge! Orders received. For the Emperor! Charge!
Beware the alien, the mutant,
Apothecary ready.
the heretic.
Fear our wrath. Apothecary ready. Onward! Apothecary to glory! Ready. Take and hold. The fallen shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's finest.
Here to serve. Yes, Lord. I await your instructions.
For the Emperor!
Build routine 721
Praise the
initiated.
Emperor.
Weapons at ready. It is time. Fear our wrath.
We are still unearthing more Eldar explosives and demolition charges, but we dare not move them. We replace their triggering mechanisms, however. That is all I care to do with such xenotech.
Was this a trap?
No. By the placement of the charges, it is likely they plan to collapse this area, burying the marker and anyone near it.
They failed. Isidore, study the marker and see where it leads us next.
Captain, Inquisitor Toth has arrived.
Of course he has.
Yes, Captain, it is an impressive sight. But I never claimed Chaos had never set foot on this planet before. I said that if something were here, the impending warp storm would eliminate that threat. Best we not remain to share its fate.
And as I explained, Inquisitor, the Blood Ravens will remain until the last possible moment. Until that happens, in 2 or 3 days hence, I plan on pursuing this riddle.
Captain, I do not presume to question your decisions concerning the Blood Ravens. But when it comes to employing the Colonel's Imperial Guard in your quest...
My quest? Yet again you accuse me of pursuing my personal interests. It is my duty and yours to expunge any scent of heresy or chaos.
You overstep yourself.
As do you, Inquisitor. It is not the Colonel's Imperial Guard. Their lives belong to the Emperor. It is by his mandate and will that I use the Imperial Guard against the forces of disorder and elevate them in the glory of holy battle.
I see now that coming here was a mistake. If you are set on a path that will lead you to destruction, I can do nothing to stop you. But I won't allow you to drag us down with you. By inquisitorial edict, I am taking control of the planet Tartarus. All requests for planetary resources, including its military, will go through me. Captain, from this point on, you and your men are on your own.